Daddy Dane?
London.
So we're here at Andrew Jackson's house, 7th President of the United States, right here in Tennessee, huh? You excited to go see his house? Let's get started. Daddy Dane!
And Dane!
Rachel, you scan.
Remember, you scanned Rachel. Hey Dane, we're gonna watch a movie.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Came of age in an era of chaos. When he was very young, the Revolutionary War broke out. It was bitterly fought in his area on the border between North and South Carolina.
He lost his mother and his brothers during the Revolutionary War. He'd never known his father.
It was an extremely
Your stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Mine.
We just got started. What do you think?
Good.
Something about property, a lot of land, huh?
Yeah.
Check it out.
We should.
Mom's way up there, huh?
Let's run.
You can run. I'm not running.
I'm running.
Okay, go. Go.
Wait, we gotta load this carrot. Yeah. We just ran away from it.
What do you think? Here's his house, huh?
Yeah.
Is that neat?
Yeah. But we'll get a better view soon.
Was the year, and when he moved to Nashville to be a state prosecutor, Nashville, if everybody was home, may have had 400 or 500 people. Nashville was so small, folks, that if there had been zip codes then, the last number in Nashville zip code would have been a fraction. That was so early that Nashville wasn't in Tennessee because Tennessee didn't exist. This is Jackson. So North Carolina goes about 8 years later.
So Dan, what do you think so far?
Good.
You like
And
these
that
little
400 to 500 people have now
listening
grown
things?
Uh-huh.
Kind of cool, huh?
to the one who made it. And then he redefined American democracy to enlarge participation. And we're still enlarging participation, so we're still on that.
It is just to give you a brief history of this house before I send you in it. Now the Jacksons came here in 1804, and at that time they bought 425 acres. Now he already worked his farm when they bought it. His farm just about as much as he did his plantation. But for the first 17 years, they lived in a 2-story log structure out back. We call it the first Hermitage, and you can still see it out there. It looks like this, but in Jackson's lifetime, he took it apart. You'll see 2 1-stories out there instead of this structure. Now, it was made out of logs, but I never call it a log cabin on purpose because it did have glass in the window panes and French wallpaper on the walls. But in 1819, they started on this structure, the original structure, finished it in 1821, making this old lady up here over 200 years old. Looked like this. It was only 4 rooms up, 4 rooms down. It was a very simple Federalist style structure. It didn't have any porches at all on it. Ready in the White House. He took a look at this house that his family's living in here in Tennessee, and he says, wait a minute, I'm president now. Besides that, this house is looking a little small for my family. So he hires a local architect by the name of David Morrison. Now, Mr. Morrison was responsible for putting on what we call the business wing on this end, and the dining wing on that end. And when he gets finished with our house, this is what it looks like you're looking at. But they ran all the way across the house, making it look a little bit more like Greek revival, I guess, in 1831. But this version of our house only lasted for 3 years, that's all, just 3 years. Because in 1834, there was a fire here. Now, lucky for the Jacksons, it was slow burning. They were able to get most of what they had out of the house onto the lawn and save it. The problem was they couldn't get enough water up from the spring to put the fire out, so the fire burned itself out on the inside of the mansion, making an ugly mess in there. Well, you know Jackson, he's still in the White House. He can't come. Well, he could have come home, but it would have cost him about 6 weeks to get here and 6 weeks to get back. The major mode of transportation being by river or by carriage. So he decides to stay put in Washington, and he assigns his adopted son, Andrew Jr., and Jr.'s new wife, Miss Sarah York, in charge of this final review. That's where we get these giant Corinthian columns that you're looking at, and the off-white paint. Now, this house was made to impress you. It has 14 rooms, 11 fireplaces, and it's 8,000 square foot. But the Jacksons thought this house should represent their place in society, and at that time, they were arguably the most popular family in the U.S. He'd already been president twice when he came back here to retire in 1837, and he was a big war hero. Everybody wanted to come out here and shake the hand of the man who had won the Battle of New Orleans. And they did. He had over 20 visitors a day here. It means secluded and rural retreat. Now, the Hermitage was indeed secluded and rural. It would take you about 3.5 hours on your horse to make that 12-mile trek from Nashville out here. And then when you got out here, there was absolutely nothing here. Now, because we are a museum, and we have been one since 1889, that's when we opened our doors here, I have to give you our curator request. I just call them museum rules. And there are a few.
Film it,
Oh, we saw this. Wait till you see the dining room.
Dad, keep scanning.
What is this room then? That was smokehouse. This is,
Is that all real?
I don't know, real.
Aren't we
Everything's.
supposed to go this way?
Yeah, we'll go that way next. What is this in here?
Smokehouse.
Smokehouse.
Dad, look, you can scan it.
This is like a water well down to get water. Neat, huh?
Why does it go so deep?
To pull water out?
It goes deep.
Yeah. Go this way. What does it say? The Sons of the American Revolution, right? Dang, what do you think?
Good.
You like these historical tours?
Yes,
You think it's pretty neat?
Yes, so
That's good. All right, dang, this property is massive.
I know.
There's stuff everywhere.
I could go to baseball field. I could go to baseball field right there.
You could, right over there, huh? What would you call it?
Dames Field.
Danes Field at the Hermitage?
Yeah.
How about Old Hickory?
Old Hickory Field.
Old Hickory Field?
Yeah.
By Dane?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a slave.
Yeah. Watch. Come here. Look right here, it says. A civil war broke out among the Creek Indians that spilled over to attack of the white settlers. In 1813, Andrew Jackson and his Tennessee volunteer militia marched to Alabama to fight the Creeks.
I mean, of course they're fighting Alabama.
Right, but it's the Tennessee Volunteers. That's where that name came from.
Really?
Yep. All right, Dan, what do you think about that fact about the Tennessee Volunteer Army? Kind of neat, huh?
Yeah.
That's before Rocky Top.
Yeah. We never got to go to that cabin.
You want to go there next?
They're pretty much all the same.
I'm assuming some people were short. I'm not tall.
Do we return this now?
Daddy Dane, so you did the tour.
Yeah.
Saw Andrew Jackson's house. What'd you think?
Good.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
All right, until next time, Daddy Dane.
Andy.
See ya!